So when it comes to replacing your battery terminals and building acid, that's when it's time to replace your battery terminals. If you look over here at my battery, all this bluish, greenish tint stuff is all battery acid, and that's the indication that you need to replace your battery terminals. So for today, I'm just going to be replacing the terminals. I got some on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. They're called quick release battery terminals, and I'll show those in a bit. So here's what comes in my box. Battery terminal insulations. This could be the red one's positive, the green one's negative. Here's your brand new positive terminal. Post goes right here, and right here is where you adjust it. And this, let's say it's already adjusted to its preferred tightness. Set it a little more, and then you close this, and that's how it tightens up. To loosen it, you just unflick this and then just pull it up. It's got these little extra screws. Oh, this one right here. If you want to add like a little one of these connectors right here, I'm not sure what they're called. Now this right here in the middle is where you're going to be putting in your main wire. So you just unscrew these. Right here is where the main wire is going to be, and right here is where you're just going to clamp it down together. Then obviously it comes with your Allen key for tightening up these screws. So let's get to installing. So for both of these terminals being held in place, I'm going to be using a 8mm socket. Make sure none of these posts touch metal, especially the positive. With the kit, it actually comes with a battery post cleaner. So now it's time for the scary part that I'm not ready to do yet, and that's to cut these wires. So I'm not really too comfortable cutting wires, but I have some help if I need it. So from what I understand, yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut this tape off and reveal the two wires. So I think I'm just gonna be cutting it from right here. I'm gonna cut it right here first, and then after I'm done cutting the terminal off, I'm probably gonna peel back the skin on both sides of these wires for a little bit, like an inch maybe, and then I'll move on to the next step. So you could cut back the rubber part or the insulation for the wire. You could use like a type of tool to remove it, like a special wire tool, or you can use your pocket knife and just slice out the skin very carefully. So I'm gonna cut back probably like this much right here. That's probably like that much of a blade, or let's see here, about like an inch. So cut carefully, make a little cut. Don't go too deep. I'm barely dragging mine. I'm barely putting any pressure. Get back in there. All right. I think I feel a little bit of the wire, so I'm not going to put any more pressure than I need to. Once it's about cut, see if I can turn it. Or I'm gonna cut mine in the middle actually. So start right there, just put a little pressure. Try again. Yep. All right, got to it. I was very careful. I don't see any wires that I've cut through really hard. I really just put enough pressure to just only cut the insulation. So I'll set that aside. Just peel back all this extra insulation, I guess. Ooh. So now I'm questioning if I should cut these wires because they're covered in battery acid.
So in dealing with this, there's a few ways how you can go about this. You can either cut the wire more to expose only clean copper wire, or you can take a steel brush like how I did and just try to clean off as much of that corrosion as you can. Or the last and final option is to replace the entire cable with, clean cable. You can buy that like at your local hardware store or somewhere. I think Harbor Freight has one, like a whole set, like around $20 or something. But you just gotta get the right gauge if you're gonna get the right wire, or replace the wire, pretty much. But me, I'm just choosing to clean it off with a steel brush. The car still turns on and whatnot, but some people say it's just better to replace the entire wire. But me, I just didn't choose to do that. Nothing's wrong with it, but it's just a choice.